Hi, I'm Dave, your Inside Sports Specialist at Buy Sherlock and Security. Today I'm going to talk about deactivating and replacing credentials in OpenOptions DNA Fusion software. At some point it's going to be necessary to deactivate a card at your site. It can be because a card was lost or damaged, or because the user is no longer with your organization. There's several different ways to do that. And we just want to point out that we think it's important that you deactivate a card instead of deleting the card or the personnel record from DNA Fusion. That will maintain the archive history of that credential should you need to retrace the steps of that card user in the future. And if the card has not been recovered, you'll still be able to see through the events if that credential was used. And even though it won't be allowed, you'll still see it being presented and you'll be able to trace its origin, so you'll know where that card came from. To get started, we'll launch in the personnel record of this cardholder, Joe New Guy. And for this example, let's say that he lost his card. Before I deactivate this, I'm going to issue him a new one. And that will bring in his current access levels over to the new card, and I won't have to go trying to rebuild what he already had. So I'll right click, add new card, and I'll enter in the card number. That's going to be his new credential. And then when I hit update, the access levels is automatically applied to his new card. I can then go back to his old record and then deactivate this one. I can do that by selecting card type and changing that to disabled. And then I can pick the reason why I'm disabling it. Whichever reason you select has no bearing in the way or manner it is deactivated. Deactivated is deactivated and it just won't work. This is just to help you in your records should you have to go back and look at this record to see why the card was deactivated. This will be a little information for you. So I select that and I just hit update, and now the card is turned red. Even though there's still access levels assigned to it, if this card gets presented at any of those doors, it won't be allowed through. Now let's say Joe finds his card and wants to continue using it. Then we just change the card type to normal. We select activate card and update. Now the card is active and ready to be used again, but we will have to rebuild his access levels. We can do that though by right-clicking in access levels and copy from his other card, and now those are applied to the reactivated card. And I'll go ahead and update that. Another way that you can deactivate a card is simply from the personnel tree. Select a card holder and the credential you want to deactivate. You just right click on it, direct control, deactivate card. And now that card is deactivated and won't work at any reader that it's presented to. That's how you deactivate a card in DNA Fusion. If you have any questions or suggestions on future videos, please feel free to email me at support@stlsecurity.com. Thanks for watching.